Okay, so hello, Assalamu alaikum students. This is your teacher. Okay, so hello, Assalamu alaikum students. This is your teacher Azka, and today we are going to solve the question number three. The question number three, which is Aslevels Accounting Paper 2, Variant 2, May-June 2023. This is a fresh paper, and as you can see, okay. So this is the question number three, and question number four. I just solved the question number four, and I will upload that video very soon. But for this time, I am going to solve the question number three. Okay. So Khalid opened his business on 1st January 2021. Okay, so this is the starting year of the business with a capital of $41,000. So it means that it is our opening capital. So we know that this is basically, this question comes from the incomplete records. Okay, this question basically from this chapter. And we know that in this chapter, we just gain some knowledge that in this account, the owner of the business doesn't prepare any accounting. You can say that the owner of this business doesn't follow the double entry system, and we have to make some jugards to find out the profit for the business. So he did not maintain a full set of accounting records. So we know that this particular question from this chapter. So Khalid wishes to know his profit or loss for the year ended 31st December 2021. So this is our year end. He has provided the following information. Assets and liabilities at 31st December 2021. So this is the all assets and liabilities for the year end. So you can see the bank overdraft, bank loan. This is our liability, and inventories are asset. Non-current assets, carrying value, the net book value. So this is also our asset, non-current asset, trade payables, liability, trade receivables. This is our asset also. Non-current assets include a motor vehicle. This asset, you can see the carrying value of 27,500. In this value, one more motor vehicle motor vehicle is included, and this vehicle had been privately owned by Khalid. Like this vehicle, which is transferred to the business, has a valuation of $99,000. This was being used by the Khalid previously as his private vehicle, but now during the year, Khalid invested this vehicle, we can say, into the business. So we can say that this is our 9,000 is our additional capital. Because this is invested in the business. If you invested some cash in the business, if you invested any vehicle, building, anything else, which is coming outside from the business as investment, so it is called your capital. And in incomplete records, we say this as we take this as our additional capital. So during 2021, Khalid's drawing were 14,870. Okay, so we have all the information. Calculate the business profit or loss for the year ended 31st December 2021. So we know that we have to do some reverse working in order to find the profit or loss for this business. And for reverse working, one more thing we should know, what is the value of closing capital. Okay. So it means that first of all, we have to calculate, we have to find out the closing capital. So when we will have our amount for the closing capital, so we can use some reverse working to find the profit or loss for this business. So how we can find the closing capital? This is very simple. You know the formula. Closing capital is equal to closing assets minus closing liabilities. This is a formula to find out the closing capital. Okay. So we know that we have the assets and liabilities because this is the year ends liability and assets. That is why we can call all the assets liabilities as our closing assets and closing liability, because this is the year ends liability and assets. Okay. So what we have to do is we have to subtract the liabilities from the assets. So it is very simple. So in order to find the closing capital, assets okay, so first of all, we have NCA like non-current asset. So non-current asset it is 27,500. This is the carrying value of this asset. Okay. So after that, we have inventory, our closing inventory. And this is the value of 18,450. Okay. So after that, we have trade receivables. It is also our current asset. And the value of trade receivable is 7,230. Okay. So the total of the assets is 53,180. Okay. So after that, we have to subtract the liabilities from it. So we have liabilities as bank loan. And the value of bank loan is 8,500. And after that, we have trade payables. And trade payables value is 9,940. And we have a bank overdraft also. And the value of bank overdraft is 3,470. So total liability we have 21910. So we have to subtract these liabilities from the assets. And now we have closing capital, which is 31270. Okay. So this is our working. So now we are going to, this is our basically, you can say the rough working. And you should do this rough working on this side. But unfortunately, I just forgot that I shouldn't do this. But right now I am going to calculate the profit on this side. Okay. So there is a formula for the to find out the profit and loss. And we can say the formula, we can say the reverse working. So what we have to do is if we want to find a profit or loss. So what we have to do is capital at the year start. Capital at the year start, what was the capital of the year start? So this is 41,000. First January 2021 with the capital of this, so this is our opening capital. 41,000 is our opening capital. I think we should do the reverse working. Okay. So what we have to do is, first of all, the closing capital, because we are going to do the reverse working. So closing capital, we just find out 31,270. And after that, we have to add back the drawings. which is 14870. Okay. And after that, we have to minus the additional capital. So additional capital was 9,000. Okay, so after that, we have to minus the capital at the start. So it was the capital at start 41,000. Okay. So closing capital plus drawings, closing capital plus drawing 31270 plus 14870. So this will give you 46140. And after that, you have to minus 9,000 and 41,000 from it. So 46140 minus 9,000 minus 41,000. So we have negative figure, which is 3860. But you don't have to write this negative figure. You just need to write the loss for the year. So sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so we were talking about a loss for the year. Okay, so we have 3860, like 3,860 is the loss for the year. Okay, so this is our answer. So we have done with this part. Okay, so we have some additional information. During 2022, Khalid kept more detailed records but could not provide figure for revenue. I think I should. Okay. Okay. So during 2022, Khalid kept more detailed records but could not provide a figure for revenue. Okay. So like we have to find the revenue. The following information is available at 31st December 2022. So we have the closing inventory and we have purchases. Khalid policy is to mark up all goods by 50%. Okay. So we have markup also. So we have to calculate the revenue for the year ended 31st December. So this is a very simple question. So basically we have opening inventory. Opening inventory. So maybe you forgot, but we have opening inventory for the start of the year. And you can see that this is our opening inventory 18450. This is our opening inventory. Okay. So 18450 is our opening inventory. And purchases are 148300. So this will give you 166750. And after that, you have to minus the closing inventory from this. So you have closing inventory also, as you can see, 16250, because this is inventory at the 31st December 2022. So it means that this is our closing inventory. Closing inventory 16250 minus, we have cost of sales now. Cost of sales is equal to 15500. So this is our cost of sales. But we have to find the revenue. So what we have to do is, you can see that Khalid's policy is to mark up all goods by 50%. And we know that if we have markup, so we can find a GP. So if we find a GP, we can easily find the revenue. So what we have to do is, we will follow the formula of markup. So markup is equal to cost of goods sold multiplied by GP. This is the formula. So markup is 50% is equal to cost of goods sold is 150,500 divided by GP. GP you have to exclude from here from the left side. So we have 150,500 multiplied by 50%. So you can easily jump to this thing also, because we know that if markup is 50%, so it is very simple that 50% would you can say that apply to the cost of goods sold, which is 150,500. So you can jump onto this conclusion. But if you want to understand the concept, so you can better go through this thing. Okay. So 150,500 multiplied by 50% is GP is equal to 75250. So we have GP now. So markup is basically, what is the markup? Markup is basically GP, but it always considering the cost of goods sold. So it means that we have our GP, which we have our 50% GP on cost of goods sold. So it is very simple. We can apply 50% of the cost of goods sold, so we can get the GP. But if you want to learn the formula, so this is the good practice for yourself. Okay, so GP is equal to this. So now we can easily find the revenue. So we know that the structure revenue, we don't know what it is. Revenue minus cost of goods sold, which is 150,500 is equal to GP, and GP is 75250. So we have to do the reverse working. Reverse working means that we will add this GP into the cost of goods sold. So when we add this, because this is, you can say that revenue minus cost of goods sold equal to GP, but when we are doing the reverse working, so it means that we are adding GP into the cost of goods sold. Okay, so we have 155, sorry, 225, 750. So when we add GP plus cost of goods sold, so we have the figure of revenue, which is 225750. So this is our revenue. Okay, so we have done with this part also. So I am not going to solve the theoretical question because in if you have seen my videos, so you have seen that most of the time I don't prefer to solve the theoretical question, because in my point of view, practical question is more important and you can just describe these things in your own words very easily. But if you need the solution for theoretical question, so you can comment on you can comment under my video, so I will try to solve these questions also. Okay, so we have done with our third part, and you can see that I have solved the question number 4 also, and I made a video on this, but I will upload it after some time.